We're going to be planting seeds. I miss everyone so much, but you can still bring the garden inside your own house. No matter if you have a garden outside that's huge, like mine back here, or if you just have a little windowsill and want to grow a tiny herb garden. So what we'll need today is soil. I have a custom seeds starting mix that we make here at my community garden. We've also made this mix with our middle school students, but for the purposes of this class, you can use potting soil or any soil you have on hand. You'll also need seeds. You can use any type. Today I'm going to be planting some gourds because they seem pretty fun. And you'll also need a planting container. So if you have seedling trays, you can use those. Peat pots are great because you can plant them directly in the ground. But if you don't have those, you can use things you have on hand. I like to cut toilet paper tubes in half, and this can be a single cell for a seedling. It's important that your container has a lid so we can keep the warmth in when we water the seeds, because Colorado air is really dry and your seedling can dry out without that. You can also use something like an eggshell carton. That'll work great too. You can plant those directly in the ground as well. So first, with your soil, check your soil. If it's really crumbly like this, you're going to need to add water. So this is a lot of fun. Just add a little bit of water, and this is when you get your hands dirty. So mix it up, and you might need to add a little bit more. You can do this for a very long time. It's quite satisfying. When you wet the water beforehand, then you don't have to immediately water after you plant the seed because it's already wet enough. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. And I do something called the squeeze test. I like to squeeze a handful. Make sure that it crumbles apart, but it's not soaking wet. This seems great. So I'm going to use this container, fill my little seed cups, like so. Scoop it in there, and one more for this side. Perfect. All right. Then you grab your seeds. So when you're planting, you want to typically bury your seed twice as deep as the seed itself. So I see this little seed here, and then stick it down twice as deep as the seed itself, then cover it with a little bit more soil. Do that for each one. Down, cover it up. Stick it down and cover it up. Alrighty. So we have our seeds planted here. And this soil, it's drying out a little bit, so I'm going to water it just very, very gently. So when you water, make sure you don't have a huge gust of water. I don't have any holes in this container right now, so if I put too much water in, it would be a little too wet for the seeds. So make sure you add just enough water so it's damp, but there's not water standing in the bottom. And then you'd want to put your lid on and then place it in a sunny window. Seeds really, when they sprout, seedlings want light, so you want to put it in the sunniest window possible that you have. All right, and so you can really do this with any soil you have on hand, any planting container. If you don't have single cell tubes, you can even use something like a tofu container and just plant the seeds directly in there. So everyone get planting. I'll be planting away in the meantime and keeping you posted on what's growing in our garden. And I hope you guys let me know what you're planting too. I'll see you later.